Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Can we start?
Yes, Prabhu, we can start.
Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu, you are audible.
Yes, Prabhu.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshudarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yam Pravrjantam Manupetam Apeta Dvaipayano Virahada Katura Ahujava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravo Bineduho Tam Sarvabhutam Rudim Munimanatosmi Yaswanubhavam Akila Shrutisaramakam Adhyatmadipam Atititi Shatam Tamondam Samsarinam Karunayaha Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasonam Upayama Gurim Muninam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Lange Digirmitkrapatamonde Shri Guru Tinatarnam Paramananda Madaram Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. So welcome back for this wonderful session on devotional service. So we all have been discussing about devotional service probably from last 2 weeks. So in continuation with the same subject, we will discuss a few important aspects of devotional service, bhakti. And any one of you have any questions or so, we can take it at the end. So it may be a practical something which is practically it is something it is not possible for you, or some challenges which you are undergoing. So all these things can be discussed at the last. So last 2 weeks we discussed extensively about the devotional service and how devotional service can transform our consciousness. That is very much important, because the ultimate goal of one's life is to revive our forgotten God conscious. So that is our real constitutional position. Just like people talk about constitution, India constitution. So what is a constitution? Constitution means your status. So what is your real status of life? Is that to be a Jivera Surubha Nityara Krishnadas. That there should be unbroken, it's unmotivated and unconditional love for God is what we have to revive, is what we have forgotten, that we have to revive. That's what Bhagavatam says. Savai pumso paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshade ahaituki apratihata yatma suprasidati. So it beautifully says, Savai pumso paro dharmo. The ultimate dharma of any living entity is yato bhaktir adokshaja. So the person, the Lord Vishnu, we have to offer all our respects and all our service to that Supreme Lord. Ahituki apratihata. It should be unmotivated, unconditional, unbroken. So without any motive, without any condition, we have to simply offer our service. So just like a loyal dog, how a loyal dog serves its master, it loves its master. So whether the dog is fed or not, but still it loves its master. Similarly, the supreme occupation, the supreme occupation of all living entities is to what is the real occupation of us? Yes, we have to go to work, we have to get money, we have to take care of our children, our family, and home and everything. But the real occupation is Savai Pumso Parodam Yato Bhaktir Adokshade. On Adokshada, we have to do bhakti. Ahituki apratiyata. This should be unmotivated and unconditional. Ye Atma Suprasidati. So by this, one can be completely satisfied in oneself. That is the real purpose of human life. So we have to offer. We also so last time we discussed about a lot of points regarding devotional service. So the few important points I just want to revise back and look back and review. so that you also get reminded of those what we had discussed in the last class. So one important thing was you were discussing about the selfless service. Service should be selfless. I said when you give a charity in one hand, the other hand should not know how much charity you are given. The other hand should not know how much charity this hand is given. So that kind of service you have to do. Unknowing service. You should not do service to get name, fame, power, prestige, photos, put in Facebook, put in Instagram. I've done some service in temple, chapel service. Just like people do on once in a year, they do Mother Day. Mother Day, mother will be in the photo, in their photo. They take photographs with the mother, cooking for mother, taking care of mother, washing her clothes, everything. They take photographs and they post it. I did this for my mother. Mother's Day, Father's Day. So you have to understand this kind of love we can't offer to our near and dear ones. Love should be continuous, unbroken, unprecedented. So we have to understand this should be a selfless love. Why? Because by of doing devotional service, it pleases Krishna. Because Krishna is Bhaktyamam Vijanati Yavana. Last time also we discussed a lot of verses from the Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktyamam Abhijanati. You can understand Lord Krishna, you understand Lord by doing devotional service. And that devotional service should be without any motive, should be without any material profit. Or looking for wealth or fame. I'm doing devotional service. Because I have a lot of problems, health problems, family problems. Let me go to temple. Let me do pradakshina. Let me light a lamp. Let me donate some oil or ghee or some rice to the temple. Do dana dharma. This kind of doing for the personal benefit. It is not at all recommended. So there is not called as a devotional service. So devotion, first and foremost, devotion should be a selfless service. It so happened, I went through one wonderful story. Once one boy was employed, and his work was to cut the grass. So one lady had employed this boy to keep his garden clean, to take the landscaping of her garden, and cut the grass timely, to keep the garden clean, neat, tidy, and well grown, well maintained. So this boy, once he went to the nearby, after finishing his work, he went to a nearby phone. This is a real story I'm telling you. Nearby one phone booth. It is very old. Before nowadays we have mobiles, but so he went to the phone booth and he called the same lady. He called the same lady, and in different voice, he started talking. He said, and this was overheard by the person who was sitting there. The owner of the phone booth was overhearing. So what was the conversation? So this boy, a employed boy, is speaking to his master, that lady, that home house lady, that see, I am a gardener, and I keep your garden very clean, neat, and tidy, and I can cut things everything timely and keep everything beautiful. So do you want my service? And the lady said, no, already we have one person, so I don't want your service anymore. I don't want your service. And then again, he said, no, I will do the half the price, what that man is already doing. What your man is doing, for that half the price I will do. And still she said that, no, I'm very much satisfied with this man whom I've appointed, whom I'm employed, and he's doing good job. And even if you want to give half the price, I don't want. He's a good man, and I like him. And further, this boy started asking that woman that I will also do the other jobs. I would clean your home. I will wash your clothes. I will wash your dishes. Everything I will do with the half the price what you have already, half the price of that employee whom you have employed. So then further, this lady said, no, still I don't want. I'm very much satisfied. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your service mood. And she cut the call. And immediately this boy started smiling and laughing. And this owner of this shop, that phone booth, and he was overhearing. And he said, how come you tried your best to convince that lady over phone to get an employment, but still you are denied, but still you are now laughing and you're smiling and you're very happy. Don't worry, I will give you a job. So you can take care of this phone booth and I will give you a job. Don't worry, you're struggling, you're suffering. You can be here. Then this boy said, I don't want your job, sir. Thank you for your kindness. I don't want your job. Then he said, "Is it right? Just now you are asking that the lady that you wanted a job and half the price and you want to do more service and also you may be in difficulty. That's why I'm offering you. And yeah, you don't want this service? You don't want this job?" And that man said, actually, I'm the same man whom I'm employed by that woman. I'm the same employee. I'm the same person who is taking care of her, the garden, of cutting the grass and keeping the garden tight and clean and neat and well grown. So then said, why are you making a prank? I want to make joke of her. Why did you call? No, 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 no. I just wanted to check. I just wanted to check my service. How much she likes my service. How much I'm good at my work. I just wanted to check. I just wanted to check back and look. Is there any defects? Is there any faults in my service? So just imagine this should be the mode of doing a devotional service. Not that so that you went there to temple and did some exercise so that you eat food. We have to eat food. Have to do some exercise, movements of our limbs, hands, legs. So come to temple. So devotion service bhi ho gaya, or exercise bhi ho gaya. So not in that kind of mode we have to do devotional service. People should appreciate your selfless service. And you should check back like that boy is saying. You should check back from the people. If the people are talking anything about my inconsistency in my defects in the service, and that way you should try to improve more and more. So please understand that devotional service is a selfless service, not even for name, fame, and prestige, power. And if someone is appreciating the other devotee who's next to you, who's doing less service, but you will feel very sad. I am doing more service than that man, but people are appreciating and he is recognized, and that is very sad. So the mind brings about all kinds of situations in our lives to make us so. Please understand, the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, those who are favored by God, their path is set by thorns. So if you are really doing service to the Lord, then very importantly, it should be pleasing Lord. It should be pleasing Guru. Only for that purpose you have to do service, not to please the society. So it should be a selfless service. And we also discussed about how it should be a expression of a love. Doing devotional service is an expression of a love, because what happens for any love has to sustain. There is service which is there behind that. So when one wants to satisfy one's senses of the, so if we want to satisfy the senses of the Lord, Rishikena Shike Sevanam Bhakti Ruttamam. So how can a bhakti can be a better by serving the Lord's senses, by cooking for him, by dressing him, by offering him, by doing abhisheka, building temple for him, preaching about his glories, his activities to the people. And that's how one becomes very satisfied. Bhakti Ruttamam. So loving devotional service to the Lordship is what we all have to work upon ourselves to develop that relationship with God. So only when you develop a love for God, then only you will try to do that service. But right now, we don't have that love. So how to develop that love? Then you do service. So it is all the inversely proportional. So you do more service and you'll get more bhakti. You do get more bhakti, heartfully, soulfully, you offer your service, then you get more opportunity to do service. It doesn't mean that you have done some service and you get bhakti, prema bhakti, bhava bhakti, you get, and after that there's no more service. You sit next to the Lord and receive only offerings from the bhaktas. Not like that. The more bhakti you show, the more service opportunity will be given. The more service will be given, more and more. And you should, and the bhakta will always feel himself incompetent, you are unable to do. Lord is giving so much opportunities. I'm unable to do the service. And it is eternal. Eternal of your soul, not of this body. Eternally will be just like Krishna is always eternally indebted. He's indebted to the gopis. He's saying that because they have left their homes, they want to serve me, and they have left everything, name, fame, power, position, everything, their status in life, everything. They don't know what is going to happen next. And Krishna is saying, I don't have any credits. I don't have any punya to give. He is Akalanda Koti Brahmananaka, he is everything. He can give anything to them. But he's saying even that falls short. And I'm not able to satisfy the gopis for what service they are giving. So this is an expression of love. Devotional service is an expression of love for the Lord. It is not some exercise. It's not some entertainment. It's not some no, free time event. So it is, we have to understand, we have to develop that rasa tattva. You see, Gaudiya Vaishnavas have this wonderful concept of a rasa tattva. Rasa tattva is the taste or the mellows to relish in our relationships. You have a relationship with your mother. You have a relationship with your father as a parent, as a mother as a parent. You have a relationship with your sister as a guardian. You have a relationship with your wife as a caretaker or as a helper, or your relationship with the husband as a protector. Your relationship as a the children to give love, care, compassion. Your relationship as a friend to share our the adversities or problems and sorrows. So all those things is based upon our how we have to deal with our emotions, because in every situations there is a different emotions. So for that we have different relationships, isn't it? So it is all about the taste and the rasa tattva is what Akila Krishna is called as a Akila Rasamata Sindhu, Raseshwara. So Krishna is completely full with all the taste. Vatsalya rasa, Madhurya rasa, Sakya rasa, Dasya rasa, Shanta rasa, Bibhatsa rasa, Hasya rasa. Every rasa can be found in Krishna's devotees relationship. So it brings a kind of deep fulfillment and contentment in one's life when we express that love for them. So it is beyond any material enjoyment. We have to understand. That's what Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction in the verse number 4, it says, Dadati pratigrinhati gukyamakyat puchati bhungte bhojade chaiva shadvida priti lakshanam. How can a love can develop between the two people? By the 6 exchanges. What are 6 exchanges? Dadati pratigrinhati. You have to give gifts to someone whom you love, and you have to receive the gifts. And guhyamakyat pruchati, whom you have to really love, then you have to share your secrets. Just like if I am loving my husband, then you have to share your secrets. You can't have a separate paramar. Everything should be given up. A separate bank account, and you don't know how much, the husband should not know how much account money you are keeping, saving here and there. When husband is not there, take from his pocket and keep it here and there, and try to save for this. No, it should be it should be open. You should just it should be guhya makyadi pruchati. So you tell secrets, and he will also tell secrets. And bhukte bhojate chaiva, and you should feed that person whom you love, and you should take the offerings which he gives. So they say, no, the family eats together. The family eats together, stays together. So similarly, when we are having food also, prasadam also, we should try to do in association of devotees. When you're doing chanting also, try to do in association of devotees. When you are reading also, try to do in association of devotees. Krishna says this, Sankirtana, we have to do with this, that is pleases the Lord most. And you don't chant in silos in separate this thing, or even reading bodhayanta parasparam. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Mam Katantansta Mam Nitya. Bodhanta Parasparam, you discuss my pastimes and activities in association, and that gives me a lot of pleasure. Krishna is saying Bhagavad Gita, Shadvida Priti Lakshanam. So anything we have to do, you have to do in association or in cooperation with the devotees, and that pleases the Lord most. So we have to understand that second point also we discussed about how we have to express our love for the Lord. We have to express our, this is the best way of expressing our love for the Lord is by doing devotional, selfless devotional service, unmotivated, unconditional, unbroken devotional service. So, and also we discussed about how should be a mental attitude we should all have. Where we should have a devotional kind of attitude while doing devotional service. It should be a kind of a sense of surrenderance, sense of complete humility is what we are to do devotional service. As a sense of dasya, that's what all ISKCON devotees are called as dasas or Mataji dasis. So one should aim to please Krishna, what he wanted through every word of ours, every action of ours, and every thought of ours should be aimed at satisfying Krishna. Not that you do something outside action and mind you'll be thinking something. Oh, this Prabhuji gave me service. Oh, this lot of service, unachievable. They are trying to give me. No. So what kind of mental attitude we should have? We should have a mental attitude of humility and surrenderance while doing devotional service. And that gives a full the benefit of doing devotional service. And also we very much discussed about intention, the purity of intention. Krishna is not looking to Krishna is not looking for the content of your service. Krishna is looking for the intent of your service, intent behind the service, the purpose behind service, your motive behind the service. So if at all our bhakti has to be Shuddha Bhakti, if at all our bhakti has to have Uttama Bhakti, then your motive is also important. What kind of motive you have? My motive should be just to simply please my Guru and Krishna. That's all, nothing else. And that's how you'll get more taste for doing devotional service. Otherwise, why the Kanakadas, Annamaya, Ramdasa, Santa Tukaram, Mirabai, they were not getting anything from Krishna, but still they were getting rather from the society, they were getting beaten up, they have been thrown out, they have been spitted, they have been chastised, they have been humiliated, but still they never gave up. Just like Prabhupada, what he used to get initially is never used to get anything. But why used to feed the hippies? Why used to cultivate the hippies and give them this knowledge? So the intention is very much important. So our quality of love and sincerity is the most important thing. And in our service, what kind of quality, not the quantity of service, Krishna is not worried about that. So just like in Ramayana, and the Hanuman is also bringing big the boulders and big stones, big rocks and putting there. And their small, we know all the story, that small screen also doing that service to his best capacity. So Lord was very much pleased by even the squirrel's attempt to do service. So quality of love and sincerity in offering is more important than our action itself. So quality and the sincerity in our service you have to really work upon. That is what Krishna likes. Sincerity also. So genuinely we have to there should be longing for getting service, and we get service, and we should wholeheartedly and sincerely do it. Just like the whole purpose of we are all chanting Hare Krishna mantra to ask service. Hare Krishna means, oh, the energy of Krishna, please give me service, put me under the service. So only when you do service selflessly, unmotivated, unconditionally to that Adokshada, to that Rishikesha, satisfying his senses for his purpose, then all our material desires can be purified. We can be completely free further from all material desires. And this how we can be completely free from all the hankerings of this material world. When we get something, when we become happy, and when we lose something, we become very distressed. If at all, if you want to be equipoised, if you want to be the divine, then you have to do selfless service. And this has been so much promoted, so much stressed upon by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by Srila Prabhupada, all our paramparas, doing a lot of service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just I was saying last time also, how that Gundicha Marjana, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to clean the temple and used to hunt for the dirt. And there used to be competition who would gather more dirt. So similarly, when we try to do this selfless service, the cleaning a temple, do the lot of humble services, then what is happening? Your heart is cleaned. your heart will be clean from all the defects, all the shortcomings, all the misgivings which you have. So last time we also discussed about the 9 process of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So these are the 9 process of devotional service as explained by Prahlad Maharaj in Bhagavatam. These are the primary forms of devotional service as Bhagavatam says. So it all starts with Shravanam. So the more you hear Krishna Katha, the more you develop a desire to do devotional service. The more you develop as and when you do devotional service, you develop taste for the holy name. It's all inversely proportional. So simply now I'm chanting, I'm not do devotional service, or I will chant, I don't read, I don't do service. Chanting is sufficient. In Kali Yuga is only meant for chanting. The Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Kevalam. Prabhuji, you don't know. Chanting is only important. I will go and sit and chant. I will not do service. We can't get the taste for this. Your whole life you'll be doing, but we're struggling to chant, finish the rounds. Mind goes here and there. The best way of to do is you should keep on hearing the Krishna Katha, Krishna Katha. Satatam Kirtayanto Manata. So Shanvatam Sakatam Krishna. So always you should be hearing the Katha, Krishna Katha, so that you get some piety in your life, some punya in your life. Only when you get punya in your life, then you feel to do selfless service. That's what people do in outside world. They do community service and all those things, selfless service, because they have some punya in their life. Otherwise, the sinful people can't do selfless service. They have some motive there. They want to destroy or they want to exploit someone. That is not a pure service. So we have to understand, by doing devotional service, we can really attract Krishna's attention. And that is a bhakti. Bhakti is a gravitational force which attracts the two people. One is Bhakta's heart, and other is Krishna's grace. So we have to understand this bhakti is nothing but is the energy of Radharani, Ahladini Shakti, Krishna's internal potency. And she always wants the jiva to get attached to Krishna, attracted to Krishna, be always with Krishna, so that the jiva will be always happy. Just like a mother always wants the son to be safe and secure, happy, protected, isn't it? Our parents would think. So we have to understand love develops by service. If I want to love someone, it all starts with the service. Before that is Krishna Katha. When you start Krishna Katha, hearing a lot of Krishna, the information is activities, name, form, pastimes, Rupa Madhurya, Leela Madhurya, is Guna Madhurya, all those things, then automatically will develop a desire to do service. When you do service, then you develop a love for him. Just like in outside world also, when you try to serve someone, just like by taking care of them or helping them, or acts of kindness which you show to them, just like of beggars or someone who was often. And nowadays, a lot of videos in YouTube, you can see that people are making videos that they are going and helping someone with the money or some food like that. But what happens by doing this? You invest your attention. Just because you want to serve someone, and because why how do you serve? You serve them by taking care of them, caring them, because of your kindness or helping them in some way. What happens during that process? You're giving some attention to that person, and you're putting some energy into that, and there's a lot of empathy and it's kind of kindness which you have for that well-being of that person. And when you do repeatedly over this, then it becomes selfless. And you ask, Prabhu, how to do selfless service? Very difficult. We don't know how to do devotional selfless. We have so I have some motive, something would come in, creak in, peep in. Very difficult. You'll be carried away. What to do? How to do selfless service? So to do selflessness service, it is by naturally it will come. When your heart becomes very softened, automatically you will start doing selfless service. So for that to do, what you have to do? You have to keep doing it. What you've been doing it, keep doing it. At least have a desire to do more and more and more and more. So if people want some muscles in their body, then what they do? They go to gym. They go to this workouts. They do a lot of things. When there'll be a lot of pain, actually, the muscles will be paining, whole body will be paining, but still they go. Over a period of time, then they'll get those things. So you have to understand that, and so the simple act of that kindness, the simple act of our caring, has that we should give attention to, so that slowly our heart becomes softened. Then we do selfless service. We offer that selfless service without any motive, without condition, naturally. Just like mother, giving example of mother. Mother never thinks that my son tomorrow is going to bring some sari for me, get me one car, get me an house. That's why I'm feeding him Farex. That's why I'm feeding him some chocolate. That's why I'm feeding him some the nutrition, some multivitamin tablets, because tomorrow he will take care of me. No, she never ever think that. Even though the son puts the mother in the old age home, still she loves. I know my own grandmother. Even though the son had put her in the old age home, still she used to always favor the son only, not my mother, not his her daughter. Always loving. Children all will be equal to mother, but always his own. Probably he may be in difficulty. Probably because of his wife, he is not able to do. But always she had a soft nature. So we have to understand this. And while doing this, that slowly the attachment will come. When you start doing the service for Lord, slowly the attachment will come, and you start giving up all this the unwanted things. So when you start, similarly, when you start acting and serving, and you become more emotionally involved because you are serving them, and a sense of happiness, a sense of gratitude will come in. And obvious, then what happen? Then because of those actions, it becomes genuine. It becomes natural. That affection develops. Just like you are helping someone, and that man is also responding to with all gratitude and respect. He is treating you, and you also develop that. Then genuinely, the genuine affection will come in. So slowly, what is that? Empathy will grow. The kindness will grow more and more. So the service when you do, you should put our shoes in others' shoes. So as the service puts ourselves in other shoes and to try to understand their position or try to understand their pains and sufferings. So by doing service, then we'll get to understand what the problems they are going through. And by understanding their the needs, and slowly the compassion gets cultivated. And this is how our heart becomes very softer. So it's very much important that by doing devotional service in association of devotees, in cooperation of devotees, we try to understand their difficulties, their sufferings, but you have to get inspiration from people who are around us, despite having the family problems, no cooperation in the family, and so many things, but still they come to do some service. Still they will take inspiration from many people like that. And that's how this bhakti principle stands on. So it's not some mere belief. The Lord is God is supreme person. God in we trust. God is supreme person of Godhead. This belief is not sufficient. But actively you have to serve the God. That is a real bhakti. The principle, bhakti principle. Bhakti always Prabhupada defines as devotional service. It's not some emotions, exhibition of some emotion. So similarly, when we develop our relationship with God, so our relationship with our God can be only established by doing devotional service, selfless devotional service. Prabhupada says service is a natural expression of love. And when we serve someone selflessly or love for them, it deepens. So it is a natural expression of love, service. Not that I love India, I love India, I love India. And you don't keep your India clean. You don't serve the India by paying taxes. So how the service, how you are loving India? On Independence Day and all those things, you put the flag, you put the badge, and all those things. I love India. You have to understand service is a natural expression of love. So when one serves selflessly, and our love deepens more and more. We have to understand, if at all we have to sacrifice things in this material world, which is very temporary and very giving a lot of pains, then we have to increase our love for Krishna. The more we give for Krishna, the more we receive. Otherwise, in material world, the more expectation would come in. Let me get this one done. Let me get one done. There's no end for the mind's satisfaction. But when your mind is satisfied, simply the Hare Krishna mantra we do. Morning Mangalarti, Samsara Dava, same tune. Krishna is in same bangi. Krishna is not dancing this bangi like this. And same prasadam and same kirtan. This thing, same thing you're doing. So we have to understand this. To give an example, how love develops, we can all know that how sometimes these caretakers will be there. This the caretakers or the of children, or if you take in nurses, they come for a job as a profession. They come into job as a duty. They will come in. But when they are comforting the patients, when they're taking care of the children, they're tendering the needs, attending to their needs, and also sometimes they have to sit next to them and share, hear their pains and sorrows. So this what happens slowly, that caregiver or a nurser, he becomes so close to them, a lot of love and compassion, and will grow. And similarly, the simple act of this service, that there will be a strong bond will be created. And when the patient is going to leave the hospital, then we thank, oh nurse, thank you so much, you nicely took care of me. Thank you, doctor, isn't it? Or when the child there's a caretaker, the child, she has come to take care of the child because both parents goes to job. But over a period of time, the child, after when it grows, he will say, oh, this ayah took care of me so well, fed me, washed my clothes and all. That's like the children's remember, isn't it? Or when our friends in a need, when in need, when they come to our help, either emotionally or financially, Uh, so then our acquaintance will transform into a genuine relationship when they really come at the point of our difficulties. So we have to understand that unless and until when we share our responsibilities, when we start listening to the other party, we start celebrating together, and this is what the relationship develops. Relationship bonds more stronger. And then this relationship, whatsoever it may be, what may come, and our devotion and love and to the Lord will not be disturbed at any point of time. Just like the examples, Prabhupada has a lot of difficulties and to establish this movement, but still he never gave up. Still, at last point, you still glorifying Krishna activities, talking only about Krishna. And if you see all the dasas are saints of India, they never gave up. We never hear that sadhus or saints did suicide. They used to do 60,000 years tapasya, 80,000 years tapasya, 1 lakh year tapasya. You haven't heard, right? Yeah. So people did so much of tapasya, but still they were very determined. They were so unshakable in their faith. So they were able to achieve the things. So we have to understand that service is very much important. When we start doing a selfless service, then one's selfishness will be completely eradicated. Selfless service eradicates one's selfishness. So we have to then when one selfishness goes off, and all the barriers, these are all barriers for our ego to get purified. Else we all have false egos. So if at all true ego has to come, one has to become selfless. If one has to be selfless, then one has to do selfless service. If one has to become selfless, so one has from free from all of his selfishness, then he has to do selfless service. And we have to understand this. And by doing this, we'll be showing some gratitude to the God, because he has given the air. Just like in COVID times, we all know how much the one tank, the oxygen cylinder was costing. That we all know how much we all struggled, isn't it? And Lord has given such a wonderful air. Lord has given a wonderful environment and sun, moon, climate, and everything. Proper things are happening here. The law of gravitation, a lot of laws which are governing us. It's also suitable, conducive for our happily living in our own body, our blood pressure, our heart pressure. And right now, when you're hearing also, when you're seeing the also, your eyes has been properly moistened. Only that much amount of glucose has been sent to your eyeballs, so that eyes are moistened properly, so that you can see this. You can hear this. Such a minute intricacies which are there within our own body, we are not able to recognize, we're not able to show gratitude to it. So the best way of showing gratitude to all those things is, by saying thanks to the Lord, is only by doing the service to Him. And that's how we can have good human form of life. Purpose of human life, form of life is fulfilled. And this is what it is all about. And I think so. It is till 8:15. I heard 5 more minutes. I will just summarize few things. So please understand, service is not just a sense of a duty or some obligation. So it's an act of transforming our hearts, so that the love for our Lord multiplies. And this is true in our spiritual life. So just like it is so true in our the social life with the friends and the families, selfless service we do. So similarly, when they are like mother does or father does or a best friend does. So similarly here also, when we serve, we love, and when we love, we serve more deeply. So love and service, we have to understand it is just like the two sides of a coin, and each nourishes the other, and also it deepens our bond in our relationship with the God Lord. So it's not simply love the lip service, but you should use your hands and legs and your other senses in the service of the Lord, so that you can really get the taste for the holy name, taste for reading scriptures, taste for the association. All those things all would start with the doing selfless devotional service, unmotivated, unconditional devotional service. If at all, if you want to become devotee of Krishna, you want to go back to Godhead, if you don't want to suffer in this material world, you have to do devotional service. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way where you can sit on an armchair, simply chant and go. No. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, you not go back to Godhead. You have to do devotional service. The same thing it happened in Narada's life. When Narada he heard in his previous life was a small boy, son of a maid servant. When during the 4 months of Chaturmasya, when the sadhus came to his home, and his mother served them very humbly, menially, and they left home after 4 months, rainy season. Then mother, by chance, she died, and he was all alone. He went through then he traveled the cities, villages, towns, mountains, crossed mountains and rivers, and went to the forest. And finally, sitting in the forest, he started meditating upon what he had heard from the Bhakti Vedantis. And he got a lot of taste in that. Immediately, Lord appeared in his heart. Oh, so much blissful, so much happy. He was saying the Lord in his heart. And he wanted to check, because we are all in still in this material body. We want to check, is it real or false? Immediately opened his eyes, but he was in the forest. So Lord appeared in his heart. He felt so much blissful happiness in his heart. Now again he closed his eyes, again started meditating in same way how he had did before, but the Lord is not appearing. See, he did second time, third time, fourth, fifth time. So many times he's trying his best to do to see that beautiful Lord which is right in his heart, but Lord is not appearing. The Lord, he says from Akashvani, from the sky, he says that I will not be giving you darshan anymore in this life. You have to progress in your life by doing devotional service, by practicing sadhana bhakti. By doing sadhana bhakti, we become, then you go to the bhava bhakti. Bhava means showing emotions. First, you have to do devotional service, engage all your senses in the service of the Lord. And this is main important, the core of our Krishna conscious movement is to do devotional service. And by doing devotional service, one can be completely free from all the miseries in one's life. And we have to offer our And service should be in a proper attitude that we have to offer service. It should be a sincere service. It's not should be any motive. And Prabhupada says when you are eager to serve Krishna, and Krishna will be more eager to give his darshan to you because of his service. Krishna is more eager to give his darshan to you, provided you should be eager to serve Krishna. Always serve Krishna, not in a sense of competition, not in a sense of comparing. No, only to please Guru and Krishna, and only accepting the realities and just follow the principles. And it's very hard in our life, but you should somewhere start. So please understand this devotional service is not to be done in silos or individual separately. It is a sense of a law of harmony is here. In Bhakti Yoga is work together, do together, be together in congregation. So in that sense, we become very fast, we can progress in a spiritual life. So please understand this. So this what Krishna gets attracted to our selfless service. Krishna is not attracted by the beautiful form of us. Krishna is attracted by the beautiful character we have. One's beauty may be attractive to one's eyes, but one's character is attractive to one's heart. So character attracts one's heart. So character attracts our heart, whereas beauty attracts only our eyes. So simply, we have to understand. We have to. This is very much important, and we'll further continue under understanding more on devotional service in the further classes. And if anyone has any questions or any comments or doubts, so let's clarify now. Else, we can end the session today. Um, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, does parikrama and paying obeisances to the Lord also is considered as devotional service, or it is part of the, worship?
Doing parikrama for what? Doing namaskaram or dandavat for what? Again, I said intent comes there. So if your guru has said that to bow down in front of the Lord, if you have seen the court or your authorities have taught you, or a temple has taught you, or your guide has taught you, has given you a set of the ways and means while offering obeisances, you have to chant the mantra, you have to offer obeisances like this. When you see the Lord, immediately you should bow down. When you see the devotees, immediately you should bow down. When you see the shikara of a temple, or a kalasha of a temple, or a flag of a temple, you should bow down. It's like that. When you hear all those things, when you are just obeying what your mentors, what your guides are saying, that is devotional service. Otherwise, our own way, our own mental phantasm, what you call mental ideas, we want to do something. Or today is Saturday, let me go to Shani Mahatma temple. Let me go to some other temple. Today is Monday. Love is not Monday, Tuesday, just like husband says, dear wife, I love you only on Tuesday, only on Saturday. I love you only on Monday. No, people think Shravana, now Shravana is coming, Shravana Masa, Shravana Somara, all the Shiva followers, oh Shravana Somara, only Somara. Or Shravana Shanivara, oh all the Vishnu, or people who have Lakshmi, all Shravana Shukrvara. So this kind of thing is not called as bhakti. And you are doing parikrama also. Okay, when you're doing parikrama, okay, my authorities have told to doing parikrama, it pleases Krishna. And it's very sanctifying place. It is a Punya Kshetra. It is a Lord Himself, the Govardhana. And while doing parikrama also, when you're meditating about the Lord's activities, pastimes, and all those things in your whole journey, that is devotional service. Otherwise, it's only adding on to your piety, punya. You'll get by doing pradakshina, you'll get punya. You will do coming to temple, you will get punya. All these punyas are good platform for you to develop bhakti, to make your bhakti grow. When the soil, if you want to grow the carrot or any subterranean vegetables, which grows below the earth, like potato, tomato, potato, carrot, radish, yam. So you have to, then the soil should be very, very soft so that the roots can go very deep, and the bulb will be formed, and the very big carrot or radish is grown, beetroot is grown. So this bhakti is like, so this piety is like preparing your heart, very soft, so that bhakti can stand. Bhakti bija is there, then nourishing the bhakti through the sun of knowledge and watering it by the devotional service, and slowly it will grow. Meanwhile, all the upachara, all the defects also would come in, all the weeds would also come in. So you should always be concentrating on focused, or goal should be only to please Guru and Krishna. Ultimately, so weeds will be removed or it will be completely burnt out. So yes, so this is all very subtle science. So by doing this ritualist activities, you will get punya. But when you get to know the spirit behind the ritual, it becomes spiritual. It becomes transcendental. Any other questions?
Yeah, Prabhuji, in selfless devotional service, there is no selfish motive involved. But in piety, there is selfish motive, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah. No,
Like
no, no,
when
no.
we
It's
do.
not absolutely. It's piety doesn't mean only selfish motive. Even if you have selfish motive, you will get piety. Yes, the Lord is not obstructing you just because you are selfish. I will not give punya. No, no, no. Just by, I will tell you, if someone is hungry, with your heart is very soft and you are compassionate, and you give food to him, and he appreciates, and people appreciate you, and you feel, oh, I'm feeling very nice, I did something good, you will feel yourself. Then over a period of time, you'll make yourself as a motive. Let me find out all the orphanages, all these things, because I know the pain of them, how they're suffering, how that boy, when I gave in a first instance, he was so eager to eat that food, and so he was this thing, and you try to further help other people, so many things. Then you start getting a motive there. Oh, let me do some videos so that I can put in the YouTube, and so people can donate in that way. Or let me make one organization, orphanage, or a organization, so that we can cater to all kind of this kind of people. So then you have name, fame. Subtly it will all kick in. So, but doesn't mean that you not get punya. You will get punya. That punya will be always there. That's what he's saying. Even when you are taking the surrendering to Krishna, doing prapatti to Krishna, you should give away even the punya and papa also to the Lord, not only papa. Amtva sarvapapyebhyo mokshasya masuchaha means what? For moksha, even punya has to be given away. Because to enjoy that punya, you have to come back to this material world. You will become Ambani's grandson, great grandson, or someone's will. So you'll get a lot of Shuchinam, Shimatam, Gehe, Yogo Prashto Bijayate. Krishna says this. So those who are not fulfilling their spiritual life in this life, they are doing a lot of piety and all those things. So then they'll be born in a good families, then a good education, good fame, name, beauty, and in I mean, a place like this in America and things like that. People will be born and they got all the facilities, all the comforts for them to do. But sadly, they don't take up spiritual life. So then again, they have to start from the square one. So, so this is there by doing piety with the motive, by doing some punya karya, but the motive still you get the full piety only. You will not be bereft of even a iota of your selfish motive. You will not be bereft of that. Yes, anyone?
Hare Krishna
Thank
Prabhu.
you. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Charity is given
Prabhuji.
to the temple is a devotional service, or it comes under the punya account, Prabhu?
Charity to devotion to temple. Again, see, it is not a blank statement. I can say yes or no. Charity to the temple is always a punya karya. But if you are offering that the temple is really having this opportunity to take your service and engage a service of Krishna, so that you will be benefited. Just like Hanuman is taking Mother Sita and giving it to Ram. So that is the best use of the Sita. So Mahalakshmi has to be taken from the people or from our own pockets, and it should be used in the service of the Lord. So when you offer your money to the temple, definitely it is devotional service, but we should not think that this is this. I have done something great, that the temple is getting benefited because of me. So always a sense of humility, always sense of the mode of service we have to donate to the temple. That is very much good, but it should be done only for Krishna. So you sense you tell only temple, and it should be done for Krishna. Bhakti is only for Krishna. Prabhupada always says bhakti is not as Kali Bhakti or Shiva Bhakti is not Bhakti. Krishna Bhagavatam says Bhaktyama Vijanati. Bhagavad Gita says. So since we are devotees of Krishna, so we have to offer to a temple where that money will be used for the service of the Krishna. So irrespective of, we don't know whether they're using or not, we can't go and check their account and all those things. That is different. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm saying that give to that temple where they're doing for the Krishna. So when they're doing the preaching activities happening and all those things happening, when you do the devotional service, obviously because you are giving away your hard-earned money, the nectar, the honey of the money is there in the enjoyment. Because with money I can enjoy anything. The sweetness of money is in enjoying the money by the comforts. So the best way is to give away that as a sacrifice. When you give away the prane rate diyavacha yetava janma sapalyam. So it is saying we can purify our existence by doing these four things. Either you give your life, or just like brahmacharis do, or if you can't do, you have a family and all those things, give your prana artha, you give your money in the service of the God. Then even if that is difficult, then diya, Krishna is not saying only this and that. In 12th chapter, Krishna is very beautifully is explaining, if you can't do this, you do this. You can't do this, you do this. You can't do this, you do this. So many exceptions here Krishna is making. And if you can't have money also, give your intelligence in the service of the Lord. And even if you don't have intelligence, don't have buddha and like that, so when you give your words, just speak about what Krishna is saying. And janma safalya, you can do janma safalya by this. So obviously you're doing service for Krishna and donating money for the service of Krishna is always obviously is a devotional service, a sense of sacrifice. Otherwise, going for other temple, giving money for them where priests are employed, where the temple is run with a trust. Trust also get some money. The trustees also get some money. All those things. If you do money donation to them, I would feel it's only a piety, not a devotional service. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
See, volunteering service in a festivals is a devotional services, right?
Yeah. Voluntary service in temple is a devotional service. Yes.
Volunteering services in a festivals and all.
Oh, festivals or temple? Yes. Obviously, you're volunteering yourself to agree to the norms and conditions. That is the meaning of the volunteering. You yourself, you're coming to agree to the norms and conditions of that activity. Then obviously it is selfless. So when you are volunteering yourself for a service and you are doing service to in the temple, and it is a devotional service, obviously. But during the your volunteering process, just like the people also volunteer for Rotary Club, people also volunteer for Lions Club. They also go clean the roads, to give some these things and all those things. But
In
at the
a
same time, they
Krishna
take
temple.
photos, they take name and all. Sorry.
I am asking about in a Krishna temples like ISKCON Whitefield, ISKCON Rajajinagar.
Not see. I'm not saying about ISKCON. I'm coming to ISKCON. Saying, see, let's be open. Yes, there's a platform where Srila Prabhupada has given this wonderful society where we can come and offer our service to them. But always keep in mind what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. We should volunteering ourselves. Is some Krishna temple near you, this thing, and you are free there. You please go there also. Distribute Prabhupada books. You go there and do some service. volunteer in festivals and all those things. That's purely devotional service. Purely devotional service.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. I think so.
Kalikale Namarupi Krishnavatara we heard Prabhu. Now
Yeah.
you told the bhakti should be Shuddha Bhakti and we have to offer Naivedya. Then only we will near to Krishna.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nowadays people are not getting much time to do all those things. So how can we make it?
See, one important thing is, first and foremost, we should develop that love for doing. And if the situations are, first of all, we don't have that love for doing the service to God. And at the same time, if you also say that I don't have the time, I don't have situations, I don't have facilities to do that, you should repent ourselves. You should beat your chest. You beat your chest and feel that, my Lord, I am unable to do this. My Guru says I have to do devotional service. See, Lord's mercy can be digested by doing devotional service. Just like when we eat food, you will be digested when we do exercise. We walk around, talk around, do some activity. So similarly, Lord's grace can be digested into our heart, or could be experienced by doing devotional service. So this is must. We have to engage in our see devotional service. Also, when you see, your mood is important. You don't have to come to temple or all. You can make your house a temple. And in that mood, you have to serve. None of this husband, wife, children, all those things are all the bodily identification. And that's why you have to read Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada's book, so that you will be in that mood. And they do selfless service. Just because you are home, you have to take care of deities and your altar. People come and see and appreciate you and appreciate the deities and all those things. There's no big deal in that. But to do selfless service, best option, best platform is to do in a other places like temples, so that you can really exercise your mind to find out what defects or lacunas or what I have to overcome through, and that too in association of devotees, cooperation. Because when you're trying to cooperate with other devotees, they don't like each other, or some misunderstandings would go. How to overcome all this? All these questions will come in. I'll try to catch those demons which are in us and try to purify them. So I would say you start with that house, and also try to have a repentful heart. I am unable to do this, my Lord. Please give an opportunity. Cry, in front of the Lord. That you do use the prayers. How the whole Bhagavatam is full of prayers, and you chant prayers in Bhagavatam, and try to pray intensely and sincerely. And this how the opportunities will be created. Opportunities will be right in front of you. You will not. You'll be a black spots. You're not able to see what exactly it is, because I don't know each one situations. So, to discuss. So the right, it will be there right in front of us, but we feel that nothing is possible. So slowly, when you do the devotional service, saying Maya Javanika Channam, Krishna Kuntiman is saying that the veil of Maya will be completely removed. The screen of Maya will be completely removed. Then you can see the Lord. Then you can get the opportunities. Right will be in front of us. Will not be know how to do devotional service. So there are a lot of the ways and means to get through this. So don't worry about that, but you should feel yourself that somewhere in my life I am unable to do the devotional service, engage my senses, the eyes, and Ambrish Maharaj is saying my legs, hands, and all those things, unable to serve, unable to use in the service of the Lord. What is the use of having it? My Lord, please help me, give me the opportunity to do more devotional service. You're walking to temple is also devotional service. That's like Ambrish Maharaj. You are using your hand to so chant is also devotional service. All those things Ambrish Maharaj is saying. So keep in mind that if such conditions are there, so nothing to worry about it. But you should feel having repentful heart. Sorry, so that Krishna gives an opportunity to offer our service to him.
Prabhuji, last
Thank
question.
you. Thank you.
Prabhuji, you have mentioned about the mentor. Who will be assigning mentor to us, and how we getting the mentor facility?
You have to ask our Prabhuji. We have Krishna Ashraya office. and there are devotees there. Pradyupta Narsimha Prabhu is there. You can remember this Narsimha Prabhu. Go to Krishna Ashraya office. It is in the Goloka, the next to reception, and Krishna Ashraya office, and Narsimha Prabhu. He'll further guide you. And if you can't find your own mentors is one who can you can get some inspiration from them. Those are mentors. It may be your own father, it may be your own sister who are in devotional service, who are doing a lot of devotional service. If they are not into that, definitely we want someone spiritual who can guide us, who can take inspiration or guidance and motivation from those spiritual leaders where they have undergone a lot of troubles and traumas, and they are going through all their difficulties, but still they are taking their life forward in devotional service. So we should take them as a leaders and mentors. People, everyone has a leaders outside, political leaders and celebrities are leaders, so many people. So we should also have leaders, spiritual leaders who can guide us, who can mentor us, understand our life, understand our activities, and we can open up our hearts and say, Prabhu, this is what I'm undergoing. Please help me. There are Mataji leaders, there is a Prabhuji leaders, there is a devotee leaders, and whatever it is. So please keep this in mind. You can go and connect to those devotees, and they will help you. So thank you all so much. I would like to give darshan of
Thank you,
Radha
Prabhuji.
Damodar
Hare
here in
Krishna.
Boston.
Hare Krishna,
So
Prabhu.
I request all of you to say Radha Damodar ki jai to receive the blessings of Sri Radha Damodar here. So I will take you through the temple and give darshan of Radha Damodar and Srila Prabhupada. So all of you be online, and just I'm going there. Hare Krishna, Hare. This is a new dress we have put yesterday. Here. Radha Damodar
Radha
ki.
Damodar ki
Radha
jai.
Damodar
Jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Radha
jai.
Damodar ki jai.
Radha
Jai.
Damodar ki jai.
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 Sai Gaurang ki jai.
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 Radha Damodar ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
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 Srila Prabhupada ki
Oh,
jai.
Jai
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada.
Vishnu Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.